What's going on, guys? This is Jay, and today is Thursday, August 13th of 2020. We have some family visiting today. That is pretty cool. We haven't edited any videos in a while, but we have been doing a lot of stuff, so we have plenty of footage to come. You guys keep rocking it with us, and we'll jump into it today. We're going to harvest some Blue Lake bush beans. These are 55-day beans, 50 to 55-day beans. Pretty good beans. I have my sister Emily with me picking beans today, and Felicia is on her way here. Also, Cassie and Papa Danders, Felicia's dad, are on their way here. There they are. We're going to pick beans for a while. Sky and Marshall are in the upper fields picking squash and zucchini. We have some markets coming up tomorrow, so we're going to do some harvesting, and that's what we're in here doing today. We're going to take out some of these green beans. These beans have been working for us all year, putting nitrogen back into this soil, so we can put something else here that feeds heavy on nitrogen next year. It will have plenty of nitrogen to take up as soon as it gets into the ground, helping it build a stronger leaf structure. Whatever it is, more than likely it's going to be corn or something that feeds heavily on nitrogen. All of your greens feed pretty heavy on nitrogen. Your tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers, your squashes and melons, they feed heavy on nitrogen to get those leaves built really big, to have a good root structure to support good crops, good growing vegetable crops, good fruits, and all that stuff. It is a beautiful day today. Our markets have just started opening up into swing, so it's going to be pretty cool to see what tomorrow's market does. I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. I'm not going to give away any of the details because I really don't know the details of what happened at the market. It's been a little while since we recorded that footage, and I don't get to see it until I start the edit process. I have to pull it off of the memory card from the GoPro into my phone, and then I get to play with it in this app a little bit to edit it, and then I get to put it back in my phone after the final edit is done, and then I can upload it to YouTube, and then at some point it makes it onto other social media platforms where we share the videos and you guys check them out and rock it with us. Can you dig it? So, Blue Lake bush beans, guys, love these beans. We've been cooking these beans this year. We've been canning these beans this year. And we like to take our Blue Lake bush beans and boil them in potatoes. Sometimes we'll add corn to that pot of stew or soup or whatever you want to call it. We add carrots sometimes. Sometimes we add chicken to it. Sometimes we'll add whatever we want to it. It's our own stew. But I'm going to talk to you guys live here in a couple seconds, and you can check out what it looks like in here, what we're doing, what the ground's like in here. So let's check it out. What's going on, guys? This is Jay. Today is Tuesday, August of 13, and we're picking Blue Lake bush beans. Look, we got some family here. Look, there's a Mama Cass family, Danders. There's a Felicia and Papa Danders, and there's my sister, Whoa Vicky.
I am not no Whoa Vicky.
She'll be picking beans with her $375 fingernails.
Actually, I have no nails on.
So yeah, we're down here picking beans, having a good time today on August the 13. And yeah, check out these Blue Lake bush beans, guys. They're ready for the market tomorrow. Big old gorilla finger looking beans is what I call them.
No, I'm calling Stevie fingers.
See, she said that they're Stevie fingers. You hear that, brother? Vicky is calling you out. Alright, guys, keep rocking. So back into the time lapse we go. We're going to pick out a couple buckets of bush beans, and when we weigh these buckets, they will hold anywhere between 12 and 16 pounds of bush beans, which is pretty awesome. The Blue Lake beans. Anyway, we have other types of bush beans that weigh a little bit more in the bucket because they're a smaller bean and you fit more of them into those spaces. These are pretty good sized beans. This is one of my favorite beans to grow. They fill out and get pretty full, and you get a bigger green bean, no strings. Love that these beans have no strings. I hate stringing beans. We don't have to trellis these beans. I hate trellising beans. Usually trellis beans will take anywhere between 10 and 30 days longer to get a harvest off of those types of beans. They crawl around everywhere. Their vines get pretty long. I don't like to string them. They get infested with bugs more easily, which is something that we don't want. So we're gonna rock it this way and do the best that we can do with these bush beans, which is pretty awesome sauce type of stuff. We're gonna have a good market day tomorrow. I already know because I experienced the market, but you guys get to check it out, how awesome it was. At this point in time, we didn't know how good we were going to do at the market, but it's going to be awesome. Plenty excitement for that. I hope you guys got some awesome stuff growing on and your gardens did amazing this year. This patch of beans, it's a small patch of beans. We only have 16 rows of beans in here. Well, we only have half of that now. We have 8 rows of Blue Lake bush bean left in here, and they are starting to produce pretty heavy. This is our first time picking these beans out, which is pretty awesome. We've been waiting on these beans all year. We just took out the patch beside this, which were contender bush beans. We picked all of those beans out. We pulled them up and replanted. I think maybe I should have left them in the ground and seen how they would do with producing more beans, but that's a lesson for next year. We'll try that next year, have better luck maybe next year. We have done really well this year, but I'm looking forward to seeing how much better we're going to be able to do. We've kept these beans up as well as possible. There's not a lot of weeds in here, but there are a few weeds, and we try to live with the weeds. We're not having very much pest damage in here this year due to the extra weeds. And look at that, she snuck in a subliminal gotcha. I seen that when I was editing the video. Thought I would snap a picture of it. Very sneaky mama you are. So we have a lot to harvest today other than beans. I think we're finished harvesting beans for the day. We have tomatoes to harvest. We have some squash to harvest. So we're going to jump in to doing a little bit of that. I love watching those clouds roll over on these time-lapse videos though. So that is pretty awesome. One of the ways that we're able to maintain all of this land is just taking little steps at a time. We have small blocks. This block is 30 feet by 100 feet, and we try to plant everything here in 100-foot blocks. Our tomato block, where the corn and tomatoes and peppers are, is 30 by 100. All of our blocks are about 30 feet by 100 feet or so, and it lets us manage just that block that we're dealing in, like the tomato block here on those beautiful walls of tomatoes. Look at those, and we're going to harvest out some cherry tomatoes off of those walls today, guys. We haven't had any more problems in our tomato patch after the tomato hornworms and the army worms. We come in with a black light flashlight and took care of most of the worms that we seen in here, and then we come back and did a treatment with some BT. And that is a soil-borne bacteria that cannot get along with the caterpillars very well. It gets into the gut of the caterpillars, and the caterpillars die, or they go off and do naturally what they would do if they eat the bacteria. So that's pretty awesome. No pests in the tomatoes as of now. So pretty cool stuff. We don't have to deal with that anymore. We still have quite a bit to harvest today. We're going to go to the upper fields after we get finished here and link up with Sky and Marshall and pick up squash and zucchini. It's pretty exciting because all of our crops are starting to come in. We're still not getting many cucumbers because of the drought that we had a couple months ago. It kind of hit our cucumber patch a little bit hard, but that's okay. We have cucumbers that are coming in. We planted a bunch of those cucumbers, so it's just going to be pretty cool. Pumpkin are coming on into here, and watermelon are getting ready to come on into here within the next month to 6 weeks. So we're going to see that happen. We just harvested out some squash. And right now my sister is driving us down this road, so she's getting a little bit of education on driving, and we made it to the upper fields. We're all sitting and chatting, and look, Cassie snuck another one in there on us, got us again. A little ha-ha, hee-hee. Having some awesome family time today. We're just sitting and talking and catching up, enjoying each other's company. It's been pretty awesome this year. We accomplished a lot. It's always fun to reflect back on it and talk about it a little bit. So now we're all linked up together. We can do that. We have all of these fields around in this video already planted. The one right behind the trailer has the zucchini in it. The zucchini squish. The zucchini squash, the yellow squash. Planted a lot of beans up here this year, guys. We have a lot of beans coming in still. There's going to be a lot of beans coming on to the crops up in this area, not too far out from now, maybe a couple weeks out. That's pretty exciting. There's corn all behind me. 2 huge blocks of corn, and now we're going to separate out the zucchini. We got out quite a few zucchini today. Or Sky and Marshall got out quite a few zucchini and yellow squash today, as you can see there on the video. I don't know exactly how many were there, but there were quite a few there, probably about 100 or so. I don't know. We're not keeping kind of count like that, but we produced a lot so far off of today. That's very exciting. Sorry about that. You can hear my sister screaming in the background. I believe she might have some kind of psychological condition we have not identified, but that's okay. She can check it out and deal with that as she wants to later. If you did hear any screaming, if you didn't, then now you know my sister has psychological condition. She has the Vicky syndrome, but that's okay. She has her fingernails on today. And now we're going to pick some beans out up here. We're going to pick some Ferrari beans and contender beans out up here. Me and Sky and Marshall. There are plenty of beans in these fields still, so we're going to pick those out until it's time to go. It looks like it's starting to rain. It did start to rain on this day, so I don't know how long we're going to be in here picking. I can see the drops hitting on Marshall's shirt right now, so we're going to get out of here. Look at them falling out of the sky. And it's time to go back to the house and start getting prepared for the rest of the evening. We have a lot to do today. We're not going to film it all, but you guys are going to have to keep rocking it with us because we have markets coming up on the morrow. We took a lot of good pictures, had a great family time catching up with the family. We're going to check out a few of those pictures right after I park this truck Good picture of me and Felicia with some beans. There's Mama Cash. She got us. And we're showing off the fields. Look at that Vicky girl right there driving my truck. Better not wreck it. And there's family time in the field. Family time is always what it's about. It's been a great trip. I'm glad you all got to make it down. We love you. Thank you for coming down and visiting. I hope you had an enjoyable time, family members. And we had a great time, I know that. But the video is coming to an end, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it was a little bit informational. You get to check out what we have done, what we have gotten accomplished this year. If you want to see other videos, you'll have to go to the YouTube channel. I will link some stuff at the end here. You can check out some of the other videos. But until next time, keep rocking it with us. And you can subscribe. Yeah, go subscribe. You can go subscribe for more videos. All the videos we've done so far. You can hit the notification bell for updates on all the videos we're going to do in the future. And until next time, can you dig it?